on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock it tech. You want the chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?
Welcome to Root Zones, bringing you the good news and the bad news of crypto. My name is Wayne, and if you like money in crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So today, guys, it's going to be a slight different content, something that I'm going to speak about in terms of Titano. It's been close to my heart. I really love this project since the launch, and the potential is there definitely. And my hopes that this video will maybe shed some lights in terms of looking from the data that is available on the blockchain. Of course, it's just the first start. I kind of, a lot of you guys have been asking us to actually cover this, and I was a bit hesitant because I don't like to give my own opinion. Because the market can go anywhere, right? It can go up, it can go down, and things changes so rapidly. So I'll be sharing some information from the blockchain, some price prediction. Are there more buyers versus sellers? Who are the top sellers? What are they doing? Some price performance and the future of Titano. Of course, it's my own opinion, right? In Root Zones, nothing to do with the actual team, the core team of Titano. And I'm going to cover your options. So these are things that that has been lingering over some time, and I keep seeing a lot of questions that is coming in even in the Telegram group. So let's get started. So here we go, right? It's a Genesis. Again, just a disclaimer, guys. This is more for education, not financial advice. And this video content is not meant to create any FUD or FOMO. And as I mentioned, I was a bit hesitant, but I decided to really put this out there to create that conversation with you guys in the community on how best we can manage the risk in terms of the recent price fall, what has happened. And you guys can actually just post in a comment or just connect with us in our Telegram group where we cover when we are live basically every day, right? So let's get started. So the first up, of course, as always, I'm just going to cover the price prediction based on today's price. Of course, at 2x, it will be 13 cents, 10x, 65 cents, 20x, $1.30, and 100x, $6.50. Now, of course, our market cap has been about the range between 128 million to about 200 over million. It never passes the 200 mark. So of course we won't be able to see that until later part, which I will show you on the on-chain analysis, what happened, what could potentially be something that you guys can look forward to. So of course at 2x will be 250 million, right? 100 million. At 10x will be 1.2 billion, 20x 2.5 billion, and of course 100x 12 billion. And the closest, if we are looking at a market cap for Titano to be at $6.50, the closest will be Shiba Inu, right? That's the current market cap that Shiba Inu has. But of course, guys, they have close to 1 million over wallet holders for Shiba Inu. So we have to grow that wallet. So looking at this analysis, we have the buy versus sell. Now the reason for the buy versus sell is that I'm tracking the buy versus sell to see are there more buyers than sellers, because there's more sellers than buyers. Example, on April 15, you can see the dump that has happened, right? I mean, those are things we cannot control, right? The protocol works. We know that we have seen the efficiency of the protocol. However, the buy and sell is the key, right? So if you have less buyer and more supply, definitely the price will be lower. If you have more buyers than less supply, it will be looking at higher prices, right? This is the law of supply and demand. And of course, if you have the demand and the supply that matches, you will look at stable price. Now, of course, all of us, right? If you look at now today, we are looking at about 80,000 wallet holders, right? Titano is a very strong community, up and coming. Again, guys, I really love the project. I'm just sharing the data. I will give a bit of my opinion, but do comment in the section below what you think about Titano. Again, not creating FUD, not creating any FOMO, just what the data shows me in the blockchain. Because sometimes when we look at articles, sometimes when we look at the Telegram group, we get conflicting thoughts, right? People squabble over what happened to the price. There's always this push in terms of getting David from Titano to market this, to shield the coin. To it doesn't work that way. If you look at any sustainable project, it takes time to build, guys. It takes time. So I will cover a bit on the revenue models. Of course, right now, I don't like to use the word Ponzi phase because you need new money in order to pay the wallet holder, the existing wallet holder since the inception of November 17, right? But any project in the crypto space always starts off with that. You always take old money and then slowly when the project matures, right? When the project matures, it goes into utility. The moment we reach the utility phase, guys, that is the magic. That is where you will start to see a very sustainable price. And of course, as we always have to keep track also on the macro backdrop, we have at $1.8 trillion, right? So of course, until the Biden administration does something in terms of recognizing blockchain technology to stay, and on the fintech side of things, that this will be considered as a financial asset, then only then money will start to flow in from Wall Street, and then we will start to see a very surge in price, especially for Titano. So looking at this on the 15, more sellers, but look at the rest of the days. We have more buyers than sellers. Hi Saidu, welcome to the channel. And then we also have on the 17 more buyers, and as of yesterday, as of today, we have slightly a bit more buyers. So it's a good sign that we have been tracking. I will show you more as we go into the data. So do post your questions, do ask me. I'll try my best to actually answer you guys. So next up, of course, this is the track that I've been tracking. I think I started tracking since the 6th of March, right? And as you can see, the 6th of March, what I'm trying to do is really based on the previous slide. I'm trying to actually see the buy and sell, right? What is the ratio? What was the volume? And look at the calculations. The calculation shows me that there's always a surplus of money. Now, this surplus of money is just gives me a sense of liquidity. Now, in Titano, you guys know we have the RFV, right? So recently, of course, with my conversation with David, just wanted to understand how the RFV work with the treasury, right? So of course, right now, the only revenue model that Titano has is the buy and sell. That's how they actually generate revenue. It goes into the treasury. Now, a portion of it, of course, goes into the RFV. And the reason for that is that it is to supply liquidity for traders, right? It's like almost similar to a market maker, right? To ensure that liquidity is there between buyers and sellers. Now, it is nothing to do with price action. So I hope this actually clears up the air because I see a lot of people in the channel trying to say, hey, where's the RFV? You know, why the price dips? You have to recognize one thing. Titano started on the 17th of November. If you understand the power of compounding using the calculator, by 5th of June, you will start to get the first batch of millionaires. I mean, those people who actually started on the 17th of November, they have bought a considerable amount of Titano. But of course, we are able to see who are the top 10 and what they are doing. And I think, from my sense, is that they are not in there. I mean, they have certain amount of money, but I don't think they just want to kind of dump it to kill the protocol, right? So I think they are looking it from the perspective that of the roadmap. And of course, who am I to say? I'm not one of the top 10 holders. So I'm just looking at this data and I can see more greens than red. Of course, on the 15, we saw a negative of 1.1 million, and I'll cover what happened to one of the person that actually sold that. So I also tracked the wallet growth, right, to see the number of people coming in. As of today's recording, we have about 80,000 strong members. And you can see that the market cap, the highest that I can see is about 251. Now, there is a correlation between the market cap and something which I have not added to this tracker, which is the supply. So on the 15, what I saw was that there was an excess in terms of supply. So now there's more supply of tokens there waiting for buyers to come in. So when you look at two perspectives, sometimes people who have missed the entry to enter at 5 cents and 6 cents. This happened sometime when I came out with the first video. We were only 6,000 wallets. I came in sometime in late November, early December, and the price was 6 cents, right? So from that time till now, of course, we have seen the boom and the bust, right? So right now, looking at this price, those people who have missed the boat and they feel that Titano has an opportunity in terms of their roadmap, that is where they come in. So that's where we can grow our wallet holders, and we are hoping that maybe at some point of time we can actually 1x or 2x. Maybe a good target for 2022, guys, 200 token holders, 200,000 token holders. I think that will be a very nice considerable amount, and it will actually help to boost the project in terms of their value proposition, to bring in other investors, right, to look into multi-chain and what have you not. So those are things that we are hoping that will come down in the pipeline. Next up, we have, right, so of course, this the current price is about 6 cents. Last 3 days, if you look at the volume, more buyers than sellers. Again, good stuff there. Again, looking at the macro backdrop, we still have a market cap of 1.8 trillion. So there's only that flow of money, guys. You can't have it any other way. Because if you are owner of any premium coins, if you are owner of Titano, meme coins, doesn't matter, if this market cap explodes at least 5x, any coins, right, any coins, you look like a star. So we have one thing which is very important, which is the early movers. So we are in, and you have to later decide, which I will show you the options that you have. And always take note, I mean, this is what we do for root zones, and this is what we are tracking, and sometimes we let you guys know when we feel that is certain things that is happening in terms of the protocol, and when to most likely start to look to get out. Now, of course, I'll cover certain principles that you can look in terms of managing your risks. That's very important. Now, let's talk about the top sellers and the top buyers, right? So on the 15th, we know that there was about 1.1 million, right, worth of Titano tokens in terms of dollars that actually came out from the market. And very interestingly, I see this buyer, same, that kind of sparked me on the 16th. On the 16th, this buyer actually bought about 122,000 US dollars worth of Titano, but then he started to dump it on the 17th, right? So he pumped in about 122k. The next very day, for some reason, he took out 115,000, and on the 18th, he dumped another, for 117, slightly more than what he actually purchased. What's the reason? I don't know, but I went to check his actual wallet. I mean, I'm using he. Loosely, it could be a female, so I do apologize for the lingo used. But look at this. He has 700,000 worth of Libero. Now, we know what happened to Libero, right? They tried to kind of copy the model of Titano, and then they started to give all the Titano wallet holders a piece of Libero tokens. Now, I still have that. I never sold it. I never even did anything because personally, I'm not an investor in Libero. Maybe I don't know much, so I'm not gonna give my opinion on Libero. And he has other few tokens, right? He has BNB, and then you get a whole list. Yeah, but I'm keeping eye on them. What they are doing, because if you know Warren Buffett, so of course, even us as traders, sometimes we look at what are the top people doing, and sometimes we model that. Is just to give us a sense of certainty as well as a certain set of success model, right? In the stock market, I did cover in a video separately how you can know what Warren Buffett is buying. Those kind of information gives you insights into what you can do. Now, you'll never be able to time the market in terms of entry and exit. And even if you model someone and you keep eyes like a hawk, right, on the tree waiting for its prey, you may also miss slightly a bit, maybe a day, right, 24 hours, the boat, but at least you still move together with those people who are at the top. So that's one of the strategies that I deploy, and I always like to look at the top holders. What are they doing? What are they buying? And recently I've covered 3 things that they are doing. They are getting into gold. Most of them putting into stable coins. As you know, I think Anchor Protocol is giving about 20% per annum. So everybody's looking for a safety zone, right? A safety net. Now, when you look at the price charts, right? So of course, this is not this is on a day chart. So we started at 17th of November. You can see here, and fast forward, we are maybe in 100 over days. Now again, June 5th will be the start of the millionaires, right? The new batch of millionaires. Now, hopefully, they will look in terms of speaking with the founders, right? The founders, the creators, on ways that they can reinvest back that money, grow this protocol, and all of us gets to benefit, right? So hopefully that happens, but there will be some people who are just waiting to do that dump and do whatever they can outside of crypto, maybe outside of the token, maybe go into real estate. I don't know, who knows, right? So, or start a business or live that life in the beach. So everybody has these dreams, but again, 80,000 people, 80,000 wallet holders have that same dream again. So if you come from a contrarian thinking, you got to start to think and hedge the risk versus reward. And maybe I'll just share a few things that you can do later on, right? So again, volume of buyers and sellers, very nice mix. Price drop because now there's more tokens again. The tokens that are in supply right now, let me just share that with you. Okay, so I'm not going to cover this, right? Currently, it's not ranked on CoinGecko. It's not any exchanges. It's mostly on PancakeSwap and some of the block protocol that you can actually swap the tokens. However, Titano, of course, we know they are elastic. Current circulating supply 72 billion. So this is what is the number that I've gotten today. So that is something compared to, I think, 40 over billion that was slightly before the 15th of April. Now the numbers may be off skewed, guys, because there's a lot of compiling that needs to be done in order to get to gather the data. So, it may not be accurate, but it gives you a sense of where things are. Market cap, again, I've mentioned it never have crossed more than 250 million. I'm actually hoping that it actually do that. If it actually does that, and circulating supply decreases because more buyers come in to purchase it based on the longevity, the sustainability, or the roadmap that Titano have, then most likely we will start to see a nice price action. And just to let you know, Titano have actually broken its all-time high. Now in trading, that's something that we always like to look at when we go into a project. We want to know, of course, in the early days, early start of the project, you will never know where is the high and where is the lowest, right? But it actually broke, so it gives me the sense of certainty that we will actually break the all-time high again. It's just a matter of time. Now, all-time low, of course, is less than 1 cent. I never got in that. I got it at 6 cents, and 6,000 wallet holders today. Again, 80,000 wallet holders. It was launched on 17th of 2021. So the power of compounding, again, 200 days later, you guys will actually see the first batch of millionaire. Now, the future of Titano, of course, this is something that we need to, and I'm going to stress this point that is very important. Right now, whatever I've been discussing from the start till now, right, it was only based on one function of the protocol, which was the buy and sell, right? The 13%, 18%, and of course, PancakeSwap takes a certain percentage that they take. And what Titano will try to do is replace PancakeSwap with their own DEX, and that will actually regenerate back $1 million back into Titano for all of us as a stakeholder. But another 3 more things that will be coming in is play, lottery, and NFT. Now, I see a potential in the NFT. The other 2, it really depends, right? I mean, you have something that you create certain utilities, but that utilities, in my opinion, is just for those people who are in Titano, right? So 80,000 of us, okay, we know we can use our token to kind of trade. What I want to see is something where we move into the NFT and beyond that, right? Of course, I don't think the design of the token can put us in terms of adoption on smart chain, right? I mean, on like Binance Smart Chain, the exchanges and all that. Maybe they will at some point of time. I don't know, but they have to go and do a major upgrade, right? So now we are moving into V2 again. I believe it will be transparent. Nothing much we can do. Similar to what happened to Strong. If you're the owner of Strong move to a V2, which is stronger because I think they wanted to reach multi-chain, right? They wanted to have that kind of a bridge between Polygon network and Binance Smart Chain. So my hopes for Titano is when we move in the NFT, we will then maybe attract other people who would be in that NFT space to come in using Titano, and then that's where we will see that utility. So that is something that I'm hoping for. Again, do let us know in the comment section below if you have any other ideas. Those are things that maybe I can take it back also and share it to the Titano folks. So your options, right? What do you have? First rule of thumb, guys, always, I don't care whether it's in the crypto space, real estate, gold and silver, oil and gas, or business, is always take back your principal. So if you have taken back your principal, great job. Just now you, once you have done that, you have 2 options only. Either you go for a cash flow or you go for a capital appreciation, and that's very key. So I tell you what's the difference between cash flow and capital appreciation. So when we use the calculator, right, I don't have the chart now. I remember that from April onwards, I just did a calculation. I still have it on my board just hanging there. It was like 25,000 the first month, second month 44,000, then you went to 70, 80, and then as you exponentially grow the tokens, that means you're going for pure capital, not going to take any money, not going to dump any money to take out cash flow on a monthly basis. By November this year, it will be 1.3 million. And just wait another 30 days, you will get about $2.3 million. So that's like the jackpot, right? And so you have to really decide, is that something that you're going for? And you have to also use certain analysis like what we are doing today to cover, to know whether you can actually reach that number, or you can go for cash flow, which is something that you can cash out. And the best things that I found, for every 52,000 Titano tokens, you based on their fixed APY, you get about 1,000 tokens every day. So you times that 1,000 by 30, excluding the power of compounding, most likely you'll be looking at 40,000 tokens. Based on today's price, you are looking quite close to maybe 3,000 or between 3 to 6,000 US dollars per month at a 52,000. You double that at 106,000, you'll be looking at 2,000 tokens per day. So you times that by 30 days is 60,000 plus power of compounding, $75,000. So today's price is about 6 cents. So 0.06 times 75,000 tokens. If you have 106,000 tokens today, you'll be looking at 4,500 US dollars per month, right? And I can tell you something, guys, with 4,500 US dollars per month, you can do a lot if you live in Asia. Anywhere in Asia, from Bali, Thailand, Phuket, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Cambodia, you can have a really nice car, a nice condo by the beach, have a beautiful wife, and a maid, right? So that, you know, the works, guys, right? So if you don't believe me, do your own research. I've already done what I could in terms of all these places in Asia, and I have people who are actually living off and living in Bali, really nice American guys. I mean, you know, they're just living in Bali for less than 3,000 US dollars, right? So you can kind of so what we really want when we look at cash flow is really, can it be sustainable? Now I want to talk about the sphere of control, which I think is very key, right? So sphere of control means is really what you can do. You got to always think about again, taking back your principle. Second is sustainability. Can the project sustain? Like I said, right now, again, we are in the speculation phase. We have to move to utility. The moment we've moved to utility, that's where other investors will want to look into reinvesting their money, right, into the investment. Now, what can we do? Can you imagine these guys, 80,000 of us? If we just recommend one friend to give them the opportunity, we can just exponentially 2x at 160. Now, I don't want to sound like it's some Ponzi MLM kind of scheme, but I'm just saying, can you imagine that if we can generate that amount of revenue to keep this protocol going, so that the developers buy us enough time to actually grow and mature this project? Because one thing you have to realize, the rate in which this fixed APY is going for $80,000, we have to actually accumulate much more revenue in order to pay back the investors. So always think from that perspective, and the best place to always be is in the sweet spot where you have done everything you can possibly get back your principal. Choose either to be in the cash flow game, or capital, or sometimes it's a hybrid. You can go for cash flow over time. Titano matures to the point that they get into their project phase, right, where it becomes an actual utility, a use cases for the world, and then you stop cashing out and you go straight for capital gains. So that's all I have today for the sphere of control. I hope that has answered some of your questions. Check the chart. People sell more. 200k now. Lina is saying Victoria hair extensions. Check the charts. People sell more. 200k now. I've actually checked the charts. I don't see that happening now. Last 3 days, normally, if I can go back maybe after this. So guys, Titano, you know, there's risk there, so don't put your hopes on it. With any other cryptos, right, anything can happen. A lot of people also thought that Bitcoin was there at some point of time, that 100,000 based on the plan B, and then today look where Bitcoin is. Not saying that Bitcoin will not hit that. It will hit at some point of time based on the law of supply and demand, and the network effect, right? So we know about the network effect. More people comes in, things move out. Disclaimer again, None of this projection forecast is meant for any financial professional advice. You still have to do your own research, guys. Again, this video was more to share with you what's actually happening on the blockchain. It is a work in progress. I don't have all the answers, so please do share your input. Now I'm coming back to Lena. Let me just go back to these charts, Lena, just so that I don't know whether you actually saw this. I'm just going to quickly get back to the tracker that I've been tracking. It's a lot of work, guys, because some of it is manual. I'm trying to get this automated that I can share with you guys in root zones. So here we go, Lina. So if you can see, right, I'm just looking at the buy and sell volume. This is taken directly from the blockchain. So you can see these are all my dates. You can verify some of this if you have access to actually pull out the data. And the biggest drop that we have seen so far, of course, is on the 15th, which was 1.1 million. So I hope that actually answers your questions. And like I said, even if there's more sellers than buyers, what happens is that there's two correlation to the price action. One is market cap, the other one is a lot of supply of tokens which needs to be sold. And we hope that the lower price actually grows the wallet exponentially so that we can move back up with the burn, right? I mean, Titano has certain burn effects. So when that comes into play, they burn the token, the price action starts to move up again. So it will be that play. My hopes is that at least we can maintain a range between 13 cents or 16 cents. Of course, if we ever exponentially go beyond $1, then all of us, 80,000 of us will never have to worry for the rest of our lives, right? So as long as the protocol lives on. Dave Bali, yes. KuCoin, Lina. So that's all I have, guys, today. I hope this have been educational. There will be more coming up. If you want to see certain data, I'll do my best to try to get some of my programmers to see what else we can actually pull from the blockchain to give a more robust analysis. But with all of that, guys, it is never predictive. You got to always remember that people can still sell at any point of time. And you know, those are things you can never control, even knowing this data in the blockchain. So always take care of yourself, your risk. Like Lina said, if she considered this as a pool coin, yes, potentially, because we have not moved to use proper use cases, but every project started off like a pool coin, right? Until they move into utility base. So with that, guys, I wish you all the best. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I hope this has been helpful and see you in our channel. Bye for now.
Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock it tech. You want the chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?